Genie.
She's Genie. How's it going, everybody? We were just watching old videos of ourselves from what year was that? 2000?
2019.
2019. We started this in 2016. So if you've been watching ever since, you're a trooper. Um,
It was like so. I felt like we were so lame.
I didn't have a I didn't have a beard, so I looked a lot younger,
Yeah, that's what he was just saying.
and also I was a lot younger, and I think I was funnier then too. As I've gotten older, I'm more like my dad. So
He's lame.
actually,
I'm just joking. No,
My dad's
not
actually pretty
no, not
funny.
your dad. I'm
No,
saying
no,
you.
you're me. But I think I need to be more like my dad. He's a
Yeah,
lot
he's
funnier.
funny.
Anyways, hey everybody, we're back.
I know we weren't here last week, but last week, so this will give us a chance to get everybody hopping on while I share. Um, we flew to Vegas. As you guys know, we get coaching. It's good to get coaching to invest in
Let
yourself
me
in
just stop
so
you.
many
We flew to
ways.
LA. It wasn't Vegas, but they're
That's
just
what I
words.
meant.
They're just
Yeah,
words in cities.
Vegas. I mean, LA. SoFi.
We were in
SoFi.
LA, SoFi Stadium, where the Rams play, which is
Yeah.
super cool.
So like I said, we have coaches and you invest in yourself. And little did we know by investing in ourselves, all the cool people we would get to meet
Unbelievable.
in the last almost 3 years this November.
And the cool things we've gotten to do, cool
Yeah.
places we've gotten to go, and for me, the big difference is I stopped saying no to good ideas. I started just saying yes to stuff.
Yeah.
And
So,
then like she encourages all the really good stuff, which is super cool.
so the best part about last week was I'll have Chris tell you why this was so awesome sauce, but it was a real honor for us to actually meet the person we really went to go see. So go ahead.
So there's this guy, and if you read about business at all, you've heard of him, maybe. You should have. There's this guy named Jay Abraham, and Jay Abraham is like the marketing guru. He's the highest paid marketing consultant in the world for a reason, because he's the best. And I've been studying this guy's work for like 20, 25 years. And our coach, friend, consultant, Sean, sent me a text, said, "Hey, Jay's going to be at SoFi. You want to go?" And he almost couldn't get the text out before she already bought the ticket. And because for lots of you, like, let's say you like basketball, it's just like for you meeting Michael Jordan, or you like football, it's like meeting Joe Montana. Well, for me in business, this is like meeting those guys. And so I was super happy. We're sitting down at SoFi, and Jay walks in. Look, we're on a first name basis now.
What do you say,
Jay,
Mr.
yeah,
Abraham?
Jay Abraham walks in, and Jeannie says, "Hey, look, there he is. You gonna go talk to him?" And I said, "I can't talk to him."
And he literally froze for like a couple
Yeah,
minutes.
because all of you that know me know how shy I am, and I can't talk to any of you. Well, this guy, seriously, I said, "I can't talk to him. I haven't been introduced yet." And so I looked at him like at a glance from over here and hoped he wouldn't see me looking at him for a little while. And then we got up into the suite where the podcast stuff was happening, and Jay Abraham walks in, and Sean goes, "Hey, Jay, come here." Now him and Jay are on a first name basis. Jay, come here. And Sean introduces me to Jay, and I am shocked that I didn't eat my tongue trying to get words out in the right order
I'm
of
surprised you
sentences.
even said hello. And he shook it, put his hand out to shake it. It looked like he was like in total shock.
Yeah, I was sweating a little bit.
Yeah.
And but just imagine you're meeting Michael Jordan, you love basketball. And I do, and it would be the same with Jordan because he's the man. But this is the man at basketball. And so then Sean comes up later and says, "Hey, Chris, you ever hosted a podcast?" I'm like, "Well, just every week." He goes, "Okay, sit down."
Yeah, he did just like
Right?
sit there. He
Sit
did.
down. And Sean's fun. Like he'll joke with you and like really clown you, which is awesome. But this time he was serious. And so I had the very rare opportunity to interview Jay Abraham, the god of marketing, on Sean's podcast.
Yeah, it was so cool.
And man, what a great thing. And why does this matter to you? Because you're here about OWCP stuff, but I got to do a really cool thing, and I hope you all get to do whatever your version of the cool thing is sometime. But why this matters to you is, by and large, I'm able to help as many of you as I help because of Jay Abraham. And I was telling Jeannie this, like, since I was a boy, okay, like in my 20s, actually a boy, because when we're in our 20s, we're boys. Trust me, this is God's talking. And all of you that have sons, they're all boys if they're still in their 20s. I was too. But when I was still a boy, I started learning this guy's stuff. And it occurred to me, and I told her, everything I do in business is because of him. And I had the opportunity to interview him. So this is relevant to you because if you're here watching me, it's because of Jay Abraham. And so I owe a big shout out and thank you to him and to you for being here because it turns out everything he says works.
Yeah,
And
it
here you
does.
are, and you're learning some really cool stuff about OWCP, and that's what we're going to do tonight.
So tonight, as I listed, we're going to talk about what concerns you guys have with your issues at work or with your claim, or we're going to do a Q&A as well. You ask, we answer. And then we're going to tell you what we're doing for the last quarter of the year. And I can't begin to tell you that today we had a Zoom meeting with one of our people, and she Chris happened to glance at our calendar, and I looked at it, and I'm like, oh my heck, we literally have 6 days home as of October. 6 days home that we are doing zero, and it's during the weekday. So I'm like, oh my heck. But you'll
Oh my
you'll
heck.
hear all about that at the end. So let's get started. I don't
So
know what's going on with my voice.
So yeah, she
I don't-
didn't yell at me a lot today, and so but still her voice is
I'm
still
going
messed
through
up.
puberty.
Her voice is still messed up.
So yeah, let's do some Q&A. You ask, we answer. Or what concerns do you have? Do you think your supervisors are saying something that you think is maybe not true
Well,
or
let
whatever?
let me give you a tip. If they're talking, it's probably wrong.
So let's hear what you have to say. We have Tim Vanderman on with the DMV FIC,
What's up, Tim?
all there.
DC, Virginia, Maryland.
I
Not
mean,
in that order.
he's
DMV.
got so many. What is it, nine?
Nine,
Nine offices.
and he's working on starting a 10th office in Houston, Texas.
Yep.
So that's coming soon, all of you Texans.
We have Amy Martucci, the case manager for Federal Injury Centers of Ohio.
Columbus, Ohio.
She's about to pop. She's having a little baby.
Have that baby already. Uncle Chris wants to see the baby.
We have Dr. Corbin
Yeah.
from FIC of Palm Beach Gardens, Florida on.
Yeah, what's up?
He's one of our newest franchisees.
Over on the east coast of Florida by West Palm, and seriously, go check him out.
Oh, look at, he said we have 8 great case managers for 11 offices in the DMV. So it's 11. You said how many?
Well, I don't know.
We can't keep
up with that.
track.
He expands faster than I can think.
Yeah. So
Look, if you're in DC, Maryland, Virginia, and you tell me I can't find a doctor, I'm going to ask you if you've ever met Google.
oh, yes. We have Kevin, case manager with FIC of Cleveland.
Cleveland, Ohio. What's up?
Yes. So let's see what we got. So what questions do you guys have about OWCP? I saw Frank was on here earlier. Frank is such a great supporter.
Yeah, so if you're new here, the purpose of this is to answer your questions. Sometimes I have topics I'm going to talk about, but other times it's just I'm here to answer all your questions, whatever they are. If they're OWCP related, we're going to handle it. Whatever problems you're having tonight, you should not continue to have tomorrow.
Yeah.
So you're in the right place. If you have problems and you want help, ask away. You type your questions in the comments. She'll read them out loud, and I'll answer them to the benefit of everybody else listening.
And we do not delete any of our chats. All of our chats go back from February 2016.
Yeah, and like we said, we were just looking at something from 2019, and
We were cracking up. That's why we started that way.
I can't believe I used to look like that.
Okay, so far, since we don't have any questions, we are excited to go to Orlando next week with
APW
of Florida and get to see all of our friends there. And if you are a part of the APWU convention next week, don't forget Chris is teaching on Friday, I think from 10 to 12. So if
Just
you're
2
going to
hours?
be, or 9 to 12, something like that.
It's okay. I can get it done in 2.
Yeah, it's probably 9 to 12, but he will be there. We have a lot. I think one of our doctors from each of our Florida locations will be there.
Yeah,
So,
and we don't normally bring the doctors, but we have a really special relationship with Florida APW. So we are bringing the doctors from Florida this time, so you can meet them in person, ask them whatever questions. If they don't know the answer, let me know because they're in trouble.
and so I told them bring a ton of brochures. So all of you in the areas, we have Homestead, Miami, Naples, Pinellas Park, Tampa, Orlando Lakes,
Land O'Lakes, yeah.
Orlando, Melbourne,
Jacksonville,
Jacksonville,
yep.
Daytona. So all of our doctors are going to, oh, and West Palm Beach, all of those doctors will be there. So if you're in that area and want to grab some brochures, I told them to bring a box or two.
Yeah, and you
They
need
will
those
have it.
because your friends who don't know about us need the help,
Yeah.
and they just don't know that they need the help yet, but you do, and it's your responsibility to help. So we'll have that out there for you to be able to help your friends.
Oh, we have Federal Injury Centers of Kansas City. And guys, they're opening next week, Federal Injury Centers of St. Louis, Missouri.
So if St. Louis is what you need, give a bunch of likes and hearts. We already know it's what you need. It's going to be huge. They're going to get a lot of claims accepted, a lot of people better, and back to work in St. Louis.
Yeah. Melissa, hey, Melissa. She says, what info do you have on permanent job offers once at MMI? Our postmaster is trying to say it has to go through DRAC since it is a permanent impairment.
So what I recommend on that is to get, and I know I'm talking to somebody who understands union, but you need to get with union and make sure that that goes right. Also, a permanent job offer is a really important thing. I talked to the claims examiner, and but most importantly for you, make sure it matches your restrictions. If you are somebody lucky enough to get a permanent job offer that includes your restrictions, that is gold. And I'm really happy for you. I hope that that works out for you, Melissa.
I hope that answers your question.
I don't think it did, but I was trying not to sound like I didn't know the answer.
She said, hi, guys. Keep up the great work. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Melissa's been with us like from day one as well.
She was probably there in 2016 when I didn't have this facial hair.
Yeah. 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 You look like a 5-year-old boy.
And we were sitting on a love seat with like this window behind us. And we didn't know what we were doing. And then we moved to the dining room table.
Then we moved to the family room.
And once we went into our bedroom,
yeah.
we just couldn't find a permanent spot. Thank God we have this now.
Yeah. So any more questions? This is it. The end.
We got Donna there from Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Hey,
What's
Donna.
up, Donna? We always like seeing you here. And Tawanda said, hi, Alicia Farley. I didn't see if Alicia was on, but if she is, we love Alicia Farley, and you should too.
If anybody knows who Alicia Farley is, she works with us. She handles all of our Bureau of Prison Union things, events, conventions. We stick her out there because she actually used to be
she's a badass.
A BOP employee and member. So
I don't think I'd even arm wrestle her.
Yeah, you don't want to mess with Alicia. Yeah,
but she's super cool. She's a current AFGE member or member.
Yeah, and she's retired from the BOP.
Retired from BOP, and she's really special. And so we've been able to bring her on as part of our team. We're happy to have her.
Tawanda said she is amazing.
Yeah,
she definitely is.
Yeah,
and she knows her OWCP.
Well, she was with us in Vegas, and I realized that thanks to her being there, I didn't have to sit there because she speaks the language so well.
Yeah,
it was so refreshing to have somebody else that could handle that for me. It was really awesome.
Donna McNabb said I go to Forest Park office. Good for you.
All right.
Let's see. Why am I not getting? Oh, that's from YouTube. I don't get those. Can you?
Yeah. So Deborah said, when you file a CA2, how long do you have to wait to get paid? So it all is, and I'm going to read the rest of it, but it depends on if your claim's accepted. There's no pay with no acceptance. I was confused on which to file, CA1 or 2. I was advised to file a CA2 because I had a previous back issue, which is not the same injury. Well, that may not necessarily be the right thing, but it might be. A CA2 is something that develops over time. A CA1 happens in one shift. Whatever your issue is, did it happen in one shift or over a period of time? That would determine if it's a CA1 or 2. But how long will it take you to get paid? Depends on how long it takes for the claim to get accepted.
Yeah. We got Robert on here. Robert is our podcast dude. And if you guys see on our Facebook pages, on our Wednesday night chats, and all of the FIC pages, all these little reels with Chris and I, that's Robert doing that for us.
Yep. And so Robert does, he's a really great podcast editor. Any of you that want to start a podcast, hit Robert up. He knows everything about it. We couldn't do ours without him. So it turns out lots of people love to do podcasting, and the reason they don't do it is because they don't know how to do all the back end stuff, which is my issue.
And he'll do any sort of podcast. It doesn't have to be federal work comp. He can do anything. We're going to be starting another one that's going to be pretty cool, and then another one we're going to do, all about Karens.
Yeah, but the one that she thinks is going to be pretty cool. I think you're going to love it a lot.
Yeah. We got Yu Marquez. Hey, how are you doing?
Yo, yo, my peeps, what's up?
Donna McNabb, I'm retiring September 30th and I haven't reached MMI yet. How is this going to affect me?
Well, you'll just continue on the OWCP path until you are at MMI. Retirement doesn't affect that.
Yeah. Todd Lander, hey guys, doing well on my restrictions so far. Learned a lot from you and won 3 grievances. Yes. When I came back from injury, including monetary,
Yeah, he wants some money.
city carrier at USPS.
What's up? Tell all your
Sweet.
friends, tell your union that winning doesn't suck.
Yeah, Robert said, what's a podcast? I don't know.
Boy, please.
Miss Bella, thank you so much. I help my coworkers with their CA7s and everything I know. It's from your website, watching your videos, and reading the info. Aw,
That's really touching. Thank you so
really
much for saying that. And
sweet.
you know what? Look, that's why we put it out there. I'm happy it actually works. If I couldn't do this well, I'd just start a Subway or something.
We have Federal Injury Centers
I
of
make good
Greenville.
sandwiches. I'm just saying, like really good sandwiches.
Hello from FIC
Okay.
Greenville. If you
Hey,
guys
what's
didn't
up?
see last night or yesterday, I posted they are having their patient appreciation meet and greet with Chris and Jeannie. I don't know who those people are.
It looks like we're going to be in Greenville, South Carolina. When's
Yes.
that happening?
That's going to be October 9th and 10th.
You know who else is going to be there?
Or is it the 10th and 11th?
Robbie Rob's going to be there.
Hold on. Just let me get that. It is October 10th and 11th. So if you guys want to attend that, go look after the podcast, after the live, go check out the flyers that I put. I will be posting them every week, a few times a week, just so everybody can get to see it. The first day on Thursday, they are having a masquerade ball. You are welcome to come get dressed up. And the second day, it's wear your favorite team jerseys. And so from 1 to 1:30 Thursday and Friday, we will be live in their office plus on Facebook, and we will be streaming about LWAP on Thursday, and then Friday what to do when you get injured on the job.
And for those of you from Greenville, South Carolina, it'll make perfect sense to me that you're all wearing Notre Dame jerseys, of course. So feel free. I'll have mine on. So you go ahead too.
Donna McNabb said, I don't have to turn in any CA7 or CA7As or get a CA17s anymore, correct?
Yeah, as long if you're not working anymore, then there's no reason for CA17s or 7s.
Yeah. We got Dr. David J. Dorfman.
Dr. Dave Dorfman from Melbourne, Florida
And
and Orlando,
Orlando.
Florida. And Dave's killing it, obviously, getting claims accepted left and right. People better get back to work. So we're happy to have him. If you're on the East Coast of Florida, we got you covered. If you're in Central Florida and Orlando, we got you covered just as well.
Deborah said, sorry, I'm not a tech. I just went to the ER on Friday and entered CA2 today. Have an appointment with Complete Performance in Thousand Oaks.
Well, that means you'll be just fine. They'll take care of you there. Our case managers are top notch.
Yes. Let's see. Nisha, will you explain a little bit more about the CA2? I may have missed it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So the form CA2 is what you fill out for an injury that you want to claim that happened over a period of time. It happens over 2 or more shifts, days, weeks, months, years. Examples of CA2 claims are like carpal tunnel syndrome, osteoarthritis of the knee, because that develops over time usually. Low back pain, just due to stress and lots of work that happens over time. But those things are covered, and most people don't know that something just because you didn't step off of a curb and blow out your knee can still hurt, and there wasn't a specific injury, and that's because it developed over time. Those are CA2 claims, and they're covered all the time. Our claims acceptance rate at federal injury centers is like 97%, and that includes CA2s. We have no problem with them, so you wouldn't have a problem either. You just go to ecomp.dol.gov and file your claim.
Donna McNabb, I'm supposed to be getting carpal tunnel release soon and hopefully can file for my schedule award for that. My shoulder and neck injuries.
Yeah, well, you can. As soon as you're at MMI, you're all set.
Cindy Meyer, hello, welcome. She said, hi, I'm a newbie.
Well, we're glad to have you.
All you got to do is don't forget to click that follow button so you get to see everything that we're doing and everything that we post.
That's not all you do. It's your first time, and I assure you, you would have benefited from anything we've said over the last almost 10 years, 9 years. So tell your friends so they don't suffer all that time like you have. let your friends know we're here, please.
She said, had an LLV accident and I'm being treated in Land Lakes. Finally got accepted to work comp yesterday. Not an easy 8 weeks. Yes, it is hard. And I'm sure they told you that you needed to get a federal attorney. And we always tell you, reach out. You can contact Eric Blowers or Carlos Zaldivar. The attorneys do not need to be in your state.
That's right. They're federal. It doesn't matter if they're in Alaska, Hawaii. It doesn't matter. They can help you.
Donna McNabb said, "Bleh, McNabb. So if my injuries consist of my neck, both shoulders, and now right wrist, are each of them considered a separate schedule award?"
Your award goes by the case. So it depends on how many injuries or how many diagnoses are on one claim. But when they do the percentages, it's based on the whole body part. So let's say you have a shoulder, but you've also got some impairment to your elbow and wrist. What Eric Blauer says is they included the whole thing.
Yeah.
You got to talk to somebody like Eric who knows their stuff.
Yeah. After the live, I can go ahead and post Carlos's info and Eric's as well. Mary, hello, families. Aw,
What's up,
hello,
Mary?
Mary. How are you?
Nice to see you.
Let's see what else we got. Okay. So I just said, well, we're waiting for the questions to come in. Happy to help those in Orlando and Melbourne. Another accepted case today.
Let's
Woo.
go, Dr. Dorfman.
Yeah. Let's see. I see them popping up here now. Low back worked 11 hours. Tuesday called in Wednesday, worked 11 hours. On Thursday, wound up in the ER on Thursday night and Friday.
Ouch.
Yikes. Huh. That's scary.
I hate ER visits. The last time I was there, they did nothing for me, but they sent me a bill worth several $1,000s.
My question is, your file if that happened in one shift, why were you filing a CA2?
Well, she wasn't clear on whether or not it should have been a
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
All right, so I told you, Greenville, October 10th and 11th, be there, come dressed. I will be in my masquerade outfit 100%, and I have to get one more piece for my costume, and then Thursday I will be repping.
Wait, we're already buying costumes?
I already have it in my closet. He doesn't know. He doesn't pay attention with all the packages
So I got
that
to go
come
to
here.
Amazon because I will be fully Bourbon Streeted out.
Deborah said, my claim is for the left shoulder and lower back.
Yeah.
All right. And then October, we are having McAllen, Texas open house meet and greet with those Chris and Gini people. So that will be on October 24th in McAllen, Texas. And if anyone is in the McAllen, Texas, I've never been there. I don't know if you have since you lived in Texas most of your life.
So, all right, I'm from Texas. I say this all the time. You can drive 18 hours and still be in Texas. I'm from 30 minutes north or south of the Oklahoma border, and McAllen is at the Mexico border.
Oh, that's far. It's at the other end.
It's a couple of miles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize that
It's a
they had.
hike.
Well, even Chris didn't realize they had their own airport when we were booking flights.
I mean, I am surprised there's an airport in McAllen.
Yes, Donna. You can call Eric as soon as you have reached MMI.
Okay, so actually,
Perfect.
Donna, I think you should call him now and be prepared.
Yeah.
Don't wait for MMI because you know Eric or you know of him. Go ahead and give him the call right now and
There's a
make
lot
plans. There's
of
a lot that's gonna have
paperwork
to
that
happen.
goes into it.
So call him now. It's fine.
Yeah.
Go ahead and call.
If you think OWCP stuff is a lot of paperwork,
Schedule awards.
schedule awards is a lot.
Yeah, it's nonsense. Go ahead and give him a call right now.
Mary said next week was added to my neck was added to my case.
Yeah.
Now, what is the next move? In pain in my neck, couldn't turn all the way to my right because of rotator cuff injury. Thanks in advance.
Well, Mary, I'm not a doctor, so all I can tell you is what's next is whatever your doctor thinks is what's next. And so you should get with your doctor and say, hey, this is added to my claim. What do I do now?
Oh, look at Deborah. I have been listening to your podcast for the whole day. Thank you. Aw.
I
You're
hope you
here
weren't driving and
listening
falling
to
asleep.
listening Chris's voice all day.
Oh, God. Don't drive and listen to my podcast all day. I'm just kidding. I'm not that boring.
Donna, so as far as the paperwork goes, where you're saying, oh my, I hope it's not that difficult.
No, Eric's going to do all the
It's
paperwork.
not what you do. He will get you set up with a doctor that does the 5th and 6th edition because now that's what they are requiring. You must do the 5th and 6th edition. So they handle all the paperwork. All you got to do is just show up to your appointment.
Yeah, the paperwork won't bother you at all. Eric and his staff will handle it.
Yeah. Who else?
This is fun. What else you guys got?
Yeah. All right. So, okay. So We got Greenville Patient Appreciation. We have McAllen Open House coming up. And then we are going to Richmond, Virginia
What's up,
to
Virginia?
the DECA headquarters for AFGE. Those are the guys and girls that work in the commissary areas of AFGE. That could be the cooks at BOP, the VA, anywhere there's cooks. That's who we're going to go. We're going to be teaching at the last week in
The
October.
cooks need help too.
And then don't forget, the grand finale is Chris and Jeannie's national OWCP convention that we will be streaming on Zoom and all of our social media pages.
Well, I'm going to tell you something on that. You will see something that you have never seen before in OWCP. I guarantee it. It'll blow your mind. The
Yeah.
stuff that I'm going to teach you about, and the Florida APW can vouch for it. If any of them are here, they've seen a lot of what I'm going to talk about. And so many of you have been frustrated because you're like, how do I get to go to one of your trainings? Well, you got to be invited. You got to be part of the union that invited us. Well, how do I get my union to invite you? I'm like, well, go ask, because I'm not mad about it, but many of them don't. Most don't. So for whatever reason, you have to ask them. But this is going to be a fantastic training. We've got our Robbie Robs coming. We got James Lewis coming from Black Diamond Club. Thank you so much, Sean, for letting me borrow your guys. And we're going to have an audio video production that's going to blow your mind. And it'll be the greatest OWCP training in the history of the known universe. I guarantee it. You got to be there.
Yeah. Let me just tell you guys something. I know, and this happens every single year. A lot of you, as union members, wind up asking some of our franchisees, hey, can Chris and Jeannie come and train via Zoom in person? Unfortunately, it has to come from a union official.
Yeah, we don't crash parties
Yeah.
we're not invited to.
President, vice president, treasurer, secretary, and it has to be an email that comes directly to me or a phone call.
And we're not mad
No.
if we're not invited. That's fine. Like, that just means I get to stay home. My dog's happy. But we just don't show up if we're not invited, out of respect.
Yeah, I mean, because there's a lot that goes into it. I mean, we get a booth, we're giving out free books
We
and
pay our own way.
favors. So as of next year, and I know a lot of you will be crushed, but we're going to be doing a lot more state and national training, state trainings via Zoom. We're hoping that that's going to fly and work okay. We're looking for us to get into more of the national conventions because we are targeting so many more, like 500 plus of you.
And we want to help more people per shot.
Yeah.
Like, it's better for me to help 500 than 5. Although the 5 that get help are grateful, and
Yeah.
I'm happy to do it. But my goal is to help everybody. We've got a mission, and my mission means that I need social media.
Yeah, we're going to try to target states that we haven't been invited to ever that reach out to us, because there's a lot of states that we go all the time, which is okay. But we're going to try to give some other states a little chance. And definitely, if you want us at your national convention, let us know.
You want to get people fired up right now? What did that guy say, that we're just brainwashing people? You don't remember the guy?
No, I know what you're talking about. I'm just trying to remember what he said.
So we get a lot of hate. Like, I don't.
Oh, I did. I posted it on chats.
I don't get like Taylor Swift hate, okay, because I'm not famous, but like, we get a lot of hate.
Oh yeah, he said we're being brainwashed and we're in bed with the union.
Yeah, so in bed with and brainwashing people. And so, like, I mean, I've read some of these books, but I'm not good at it. I don't know how to, like, I tricked her into marrying me, but outside of that, I've never really brainwashed. I mean, my son's a Notre Dame fan for no good reason.
That's
so
the only brainwashing you've ever done.
So I got that done.
Yeah, that's it.
My dog loves me.
Jose,
yeah, go ahead.
Jose Meza said, I've been getting therapy in FIC Portland. Awesome. We submitted a CA2 reconsideration claim like 10 days ago after they closed my CA1 like a year ago and stopped me from work light duty like 8 months ago. If accepted, will I get retroactive pay from when my CA1 was closed or from when I was aware and submitted my CA2?
You sure will, but go ahead and as soon as get the documentation prepared now. As soon as it's accepted, send it in right away. And Marcus said, tell that man to go to hell. Yeah, I'm with you. You know why I didn't, Marcus? Because we have a saying, or a thing that I like to say, is just let the people police themselves.
Yeah.
Like, this guy said the hateful stuff. Like, another guy said the ugly guy with the glasses, that he was, I think, talking to me. I'm like, just leave it. I don't care. have thick skin, and the people will police themselves. But Marcus, I hear you.
Tim, we are excited to welcome you to Richmond, Virginia. The FIC of Richmond is killing it. Yeah,
Of course you are.
yeah. Uh, unfortunately, because we're only there for maybe 2.5 days, and where we're going to train is at the headquarters, which we had to be vetted in to get in. So we can't have
It's not
anybody
easy to get in.
else go there. And then we are also hosting one of the happy hours, which we're excited
Hey Tim, since you're on here, tell everybody how many claims you have accepted
with
in
all
the
your 11
DMV.
offices. Deborah, will you be coming to California? Well, we've come to California, I think, 3 times to teach, but it all depends.
When we're invited, we say yes.
I'm 64 and a half, but I still need to work. Do you come to small unions?
Of course.
Well, the smaller ones, yes.
What was
But
that little town we went to with Carly?
Reading.
Yeah, we went to Reading, and there was like 20 people there or something.
That's what I'm saying.
And we were happy to be there.
We'll come to newer areas that we haven't been to. And I'm waiting for Mr. Davis to invite us to their state convention again. If we're this time when we come to these conventions, it's going to be that they are allowing Chris to train. You know, when we have to fly and we're just there for the week, it does no good for you guys.
Yeah, just setting at a booth doesn't help you as much. I mean, I can help you more on social media than I can sitting at a booth. And by the way, those of you that have invited and asked us to set, thank you.
Yeah, we appreciate
I'm not being
it.
ungrateful.
Yeah,
but I'm making energy decisions, and it takes a lot of energy to do what we do. You wouldn't believe the amount of travel we have, the miles, the hotel points. And like I would trade them all in to have just another couple of days with my dogs.
I told everybody at the beginning, if you weren't on yet, the month of October, we are literally home for 6 days. That's it. We are gone the entire month.
25 days gone.
Yeah.
And that's, look, it's tough, but we do it.
Yeah.
We do it. It's fine.
Tim,
what?
506 claims approved in the Metro DC and 60 in Richmond.
Calm down.
Yeah, Tim, you calm down there, child.
But everyone that's watching, Tim is an example. He's a glowing example, but he's an example of what we do at Federal Injury Centers. If you're new, that logo, just put a .com on the end and you'll find us, and you can just find a location. You can find Tim's locations. Our locations map is littered with Tim's offices.
Yeah.
And look at the winning.
With the 11 offices.
Look at the winning. And losing sucks. Losing means that you're losing potentially everything. And that's unnecessary. You don't have to do that. You can go anywhere you want to go. But if you come to Federal Injury Centers, you get to win. And I'm all about winning.
We're not saying that your claim that we don't get denied claims. Obviously, yeah,
we just never
do.
Quit.
We just don't give up. And
we do reconsiderations, and we never, ever, ever give up.
And we will never charge you for anything.
Even if you give up, we'll continue, because just for principle, we want to get your claim accepted. So we never stop fighting for your claim.
Let's see what Todd said. Whoever said that is stupid. You guys don't even have a place near me. But everything you said that I was right in my case, even OWCP rep and my branch president were wrong. My branch president wouldn't admit it, but I won my grievance. That's why I will still catch the live when I can. Knowledge is power.
What's up, Todd? Thank you.
That's really sweet, Todd.
Your president will come around. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Winning doesn't suck. I'm telling you, it's the way it goes.
Yeah. Let me see if I have any messages.
Everyone should stop accepting losing. You don't have to.
See real quick. Sorry, guys. I have to check.
So we get messages in multiple platforms. So give her a break. She's looking for it.
Oh, Sean Dill, our coach, says, I see you. I see you too. I'm there.
Oh, what's up, Sean? Is he watching me from there?
I think so, because he goes, look, I see you. We literally have the best coaches ever. Like, they're the sweetest people. They're very caring. They're very honest. They're very straightforward. And that's what we like. So I see you, Sean and Lacey. All right. Let's see. What else do we have here, Chris? What else?
I'm looking for more questions.
Come on, people.
Let's go.
Tim said we have amazing case managers. Yes, he does.
So Mary said, you guys have a tough job away from your kids and darling cutie patootie. I had just said patootie. Fur babies. That is tough. Applause to you both. Oh, thanks so much.
Mary, our kids are fine. We have adult kids.
Yeah, they're fine. They're fine. Thanks to us traveling, they get to live someplace for free.
I
They're
always,
fine.
yeah, I always say we travel so they have a place to live. Yeah.
But our dogs are both
Our
laying
cutie
here.
patooties.
Like they're both in the room tonight, and they can't. Like Ellie, she's like, I can't believe that Dad let me stay in here tonight.
Yeah, they're zonked out. All right. So
It was a
again,
hard life. It's a hard life living in this house, having to do nothing.
don't forget if you're in the Greenville, South Carolina area or in the vicinity of anywhere that you want to drive, we'll be there October 10th and 11th. Patient appreciation, meet and greet with Chris and Gini live. Um, we also will be in McAllen, Texas, uh, for their open house. It's our new one of our newest locations. Meet and greet with Chris and Jeannie. Virginia for AFGE for the DECA agency, and then again we're stressing the national convention that we're having. If you haven't registered, get registered. All of our offices are giving out flyers. They're passing them out at post offices, VAs, everywhere that everybody needs them. And if you need one and haven't gotten one, you can either screenshot what we have on Facebook or I could email it to you personally. So please just send me a private message after the live. Give me your email address and I will send you a PDF of that email.
That monster was Ellie. She
Uh,
doesn't want to hurt you. Don't break in.
is a federal disability claim different from SSI?
Um, yeah, actually, in order to qualify for federal disability, you have to apply for SSI, but you do not have to be granted SSI. They're two totally separate things, but they do require you to apply for one to be eligible for the other.
Todd said, "Do you know of a time limit for requesting compensation for medical bills paid prior to your claim being approved? So for a claim that was approved but backdated."
Yeah. So what I this is interesting. I've read everything. I think I've read more than anybody. I've never found a rule on this, although I'm sure it exists because people are telling me that they have to get it in within a year of the claim being accepted. So let's say your claim's accepted today, you have a year from now to get all of your OWCP 915s and 957s in for reimbursement.
And so
And
for
anyways, I'm sorry, just do it now anyways.
yeah,
Your deadlines are relevant. Do it now.
you should.
Everything is now, 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 now. Never miss a deadline. As long as you do things now, you'll never miss a deadline.
Yeah, because if you just wait and then you have to do all of those paperwork
It's
at the end,
overwhelming,
it's a pain in the booty.
especially if you're some of the people we know. Like I've gotten claims accepted that were 8 years old, three of them exactly. There were 8-year-old injuries. And I found these people, or they found me 8 years later, and we got their claims accepted. From that point, they had a year to get all this stuff in.
And they still, I mean, they still got their money,
But
but
imagine 8
8 years
years worth
worth
of
of paper.
documentation.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's insanity. So just get it all done right away as fast as humanly possible.
I don't have the patience for that.
I have no patience
How many
whatsoever.
on you with a bunch of hearts or likes on here are going to be watching this national convention? And if you don't know what we're talking about, again, we are doing a 3-hour live OWCP training. We are covering everything from CA1s, CA2s, CA17s, CA16s, CA20s, how to get paid, what else? How to get paid, about
Schedule of work,
LWAP,
third
schedule.
party,
Yeah, I mean,
everything.
we are covering everything. And
Look, for a 3-hour class, what do you expect? You should expect to hear everything. You're going to get everything, but it'll be in the kind of detail that makes sense.
yeah,
And you will leave wondering why nobody ever taught you that before.
yeah. And so I keep posting the flyer. We have somebody else that's posting it everywhere outside of our FIC pages. But if you go to any of our offices and you want your coworkers, ask them for the flyer. They'll have the flyer. Look at this. Tim said we printed 1,000 flyers to spread the word.
Tim, you are my hero.
I know.
Everyone should do the same thing. You can all go to our Facebook page and print flyers.
Yeah, so
Let
get the
people know.
picture.
I expect to have 100,000 people on, which will make it the largest OWCP training in the history of the known universe. And if anything less than 100,000 will disappoint me, so I'm setting myself up for failure unless you all do your job and tell somebody else.
So this training is going to cover AFGE, USPS, FLEOA, and NAFE and NAG and NAGE. So anybody that's in there, that falls under all those agencies, you're welcome to watch, because Chris will have stats, quick stats on like when we went to BOP. What is it? How many people? What's the claim rate?
So BOP is better. It's like 1 out of 7 people there, but for the rest of the country, it's like half as good. So BOP is really good at getting their stuff
Okay, so
approved.
like a rural carrier.
They're like 2 out of 3 roll carriers have denied claims.
There you go. When is it? It's going to be Sunday, October 27th from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, it really will. Let's see here. Mary, when you send papers to DOL for your travel reimbursement, how long does it take to receive the pay? It's been 6 weeks since I sent it all in and still not getting anything. I'm just wondering if they received it or not. Thank you very much. Don't forget, in order to get paid, you have to have your claim accepted.
Yeah, and you
That's
don't have
number
to
one.
wonder. You call your claim examiner and ask what's up. Just leave a voicemail. All voicemails are transcribed into documents that the claims examiner must respond to. So just leave a voicemail. You'll get an answer.
So we got Bobby Jones, local 1013, Yazoo City with BOP.
What's up, Bobby?
Hello, Bobby.
Welcome to the party.
Yeah. So again,
Yazoo City also is my favorite city now. I didn't even know that was a thing, but what a great name to a city.
yeah. Okay.
Yazoo, like, is everybody there happy? It just sounds like a really happy
Like
place.
a fun-
Yazoo.
So again, Chris and Jeannie's first annual OWCP National Convention. That's 3 hours long via Zoom.
It's 3 hours short. It won't be long. It's going to fly by
It
because
does
that's
fly
how
by.
it works.
So it's going to be on Zoom, and it's going to be on all of our social media pages. That is going to be Sunday, October 27th from 2 to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
And if you're
You'll
on
see
Zoom,
you'll see the poster.
the cool thing is if you're on Zoom, you'll have an opportunity to ask live questions and I'll answer those live questions. I need that because when I do live audience training, I tell everyone in advance, just like if something happens, raise your hand right now and ask it. It's not going to throw me off. I'm going to be fine. I'm not going to lose my train of thought. And so we'll do the same thing here. You'll be able to put your hand up and we'll just start calling on people. That'll be her job to call on people. And we're going to unmute you and let you ask the question and I'm going to answer it. It's going to be awesome. I'm so looking forward to it. But this is also the first time ever.
Yeah, so we're nervous but excited.
But
Yeah.
we got Robbie Rob, we got James Lewis coming. So, we're going to have some help.
And then we're going to have our case managers and probably our partner Tom
all on there
helping answering questions. Because when Chris is doing the training, he's not going to be focusing on the questions. He's just going to be training until I say, got a question?
And then you'll see what it's like to play Stump the Chump.
Oh yeah, that's a big one. The Stump the Chump time.
I've never been stumped.
Yes, you have. Twice.
No, none of those are OWCP questions. You can ask me about rocket science and I'll be stumped. I guarantee it.
But
nuclear fusion, probably going to get stumped. OWCP is not nuclear fusion.
Yeah. So if you guys, again, if you want this flyer to pass out to your union, to your coworkers, send me a private message on Wednesday night chats.
Or if you want your supervisors to pass out, show them the flyer and let them know that.
Yeah, tell your supervisors to hop on.
Tell them their time is coming.
Yeah. Again, this is going to be on all of our social media pages. It will not be recorded. Our training is copyrighted. So if somebody else tries to use it, they're in a lot of deep doo-doo. Renee, when will you open an office in Cincinnati? Well, if you
soon, actually. So yeah, so my partner Tom.
Oh, Tom, yeah.
So Tom's one of the owners in Federal Injury Centers like me. And he's opening in Dayton, Ohio. And he's already got a massive waiting list of people that need help.
It's pretty cool.
And his next office location will be Cincinnati. Now, while I have no interest in opening an office because I've done this, I've been there, done that. I managed a practice for 21 years. And it's hard work. But Tom's up for it. So he's going to do a really good job. And Cincinnati is coming and we'll keep you posted.
We need one open in Columbia, South Carolina.
Okay,
we know.
So we're going to be in Greenville, and I'm going to be talking to them about opening in other areas in South Carolina. I'd prefer to just keep them
the same owners
and have them open in new locations because they're really good already.
Yeah.
So Columbia, South Carolina, noted.
Yeah. What else do we got? She said awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, again, everybody. October 10th and 11th, Greenville, South Carolina, for their patient appreciation meet and greet. We have, and don't forget, next week, again, next week, we are going to be at the Florida APWU, and we are training on Friday from, I'm sure it's 9 to 12, but whatever it is, it ends at 12. Our Florida doctors, most of them will be there with brochures. So if you're in the Florida area and you want brochures, come by. We're going to introduce them while Chris is training. Um, and then October 24th, the McAllen, Texas, one of our newest locations, their open house meet and greet. And then Virginia will be there for a couple days, training with DECA. But the number one thing, everybody, get this on your calendar: Sunday, October 27th, the OWCP National Training with Chris and Jeannie, first time ever.
And Deborah, she asked, "How do I get send a private message for the flyer?" You don't actually have to. Although, just come to Facebook Wednesday night OWCP chats.
Oh, what you need to, okay, she has to register.
Or whatever she says.
Yeah, what you need to do is after the live, you can message me just on Messenger from on here.
Facebook Messenger. She's on YouTube. That's why I said.
Oh,
Facebook.
okay. Sorry. Yes. Come on Facebook, or if you want to put your email on there, you can, or,
just come to Facebook. What I was going to say before my better half interrupted me. Go to Wednesday night OWCP chats with Chris and Jeannie. Send a private message on Facebook, and we'll send it. But the other thing is, once you're there, you can just go and print the flyer because it's on our feed.
I don't have any way of putting it on YouTube, unfortunately.
But it's on our Facebook feed, and you can find it there. So go pick it up there.
And the people that are on LinkedIn, they're registering. People that are on Instagram are registering. We have Facebook. Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram. We're not going to do it on TikTok. We're not going to do it on there.
TikTok's funny. So for the rest of our time, which is only just a few minutes, I'd love it if everyone that's listening would just put in the comment what city and state you're at right now.
Yeah.
I'd love to see that.
Where do you want a location?
Deborah, I'm super interested in where you're from, and that's why I said that. I don't know where you're from. So if you're here and you're still listening, just put in there in the comments where you're at right now, because that will help us help you later.
Yeah. Mary, call it. Okay, about travel reimbursement.
Yeah,
okay.
We got all that.
You can download it. I want to mention it at my union meeting.
Yeah, Todd, just go to Wednesday Night Chats on Facebook, and you can download it right there. Yeah, Salt Lake City, Brooklyn, New York, Dallas. What's up? Cincinnati.
I look at Rochester,
Monticello,
New York,
Florida, Baltimore, Harrisburg, PA. Man,
Mustang, Oklahoma. That sounds cool.
Oklahoma,
Greenbelt, Maryland, Harrisburg, PA. That's so
Maryland,
cool.
DMV. This is so cool. I love it, man. You people are watching Fort Worth, Texas. I'm from Texas. If you didn't know, I am a lifelong Texan. Arkadelphia, Arkansas. That's a cool name.
That's a cool name.
Yeah. This is so cool. People are watching us from all over the country.
Yes.
It's such a humbling thing. We really appreciate you're all here.
Bessemer, Dwight. Bessemer, up? Alabama.
Bessemer.
DMV.
Forney, Texas. That's over near Andy.
Was that what it is?
It's over near Andy.
Oh, okay. Forney. Okay.
Yeah, Renee Cheney's in Forney,
Connecticut.
Texas. Bakersfield. What's up?
California. Yeah. Oh, that's where Deborah's from.
Oh, this is so cool. Thank you all for watching. Please tell your friends. Cleveland, Georgia. Let your friends know that we're here doing this. It's so enriching to us to be able to help you. We know that we're helping a lot of people through some really tough times. And as you can see, it's free. So you might as well show up. And tell your friends we're here. Thank you all for watching from so many places around the country. That's amazing. If anybody else is here and you haven't put where you're from, please let us know.
And don't forget, if you haven't clicked the follow button, go click it. That's the only way you're going to get to see what we post, especially about our convention. As this week comes to an end, I'm going to be posting our flyer almost every single day. And I know it's going to look annoying and get annoying, but there are people that don't see certain things every day. So
Marietta and El Paso, what's up?
DMV is representative. Please invite more. There you go. See what Tim said?
Yeah. We're going to get 100,000 people plus at our national convention, the greatest OWCP convention in the history of the known universe.
Yeah. Any
Gaylord, Michigan.
Anybody that's a federal employee could be on there watching, and it's absolutely free.
Yep.
FREE.
Yeah. What does it cost? It costs your time.
Yeah.
Get your popcorn, sit down, and Enjoy your time.
Aw, Gerald said, shout out to Tim, Jamie, and
What's
Jennifer.
up, Gerald?
Aw, just registered for.
All
Look at
right,
that.
Tina, let's
Yeah.
go.
She
Everybody
did
go
it.
register. Let's go.
See, Michael. Hey,
Medicine
guys.
Manhattan.
Met you in Manhattan. Oh, yes, I do remember that. Met an open house. We've been helping a member for over 3 years. Her doctor couldn't write a good narrative, sent her to Edison, New Jersey office, and got her case accepted. She's collecting 2 years of
back
back
pay.
pay.
What's up?
Thank you for your help. Dr. Zimmel is a bad, you know what.
And Trina, Garland, Texas. Trina, me, my brother, my best friend, and his brother were all born in Garland, Texas. Our grandmothers worked together in Garland Memorial Hospital,
So cute.
which isn't there anymore, but Garland, Texas. It's nice to see that. I'm glad you're here, Trina.
We got Maria with Federal Injury Centers of
Maria?
Norwood and their newest office, Federal Injury Centers of Auburn, Massachusetts.
Let's go.
So offices are coming, guys. They're coming. It's just taking a while. You know, a lot of our franchisees are just opening second offices, third offices. Some
Like
doctors,
Tim, 11,
11
12,
offices. Yeah.
25.
So if you are looking for an office or have any questions about OWCP, go to federalinjurycenters.com, click the locations tab, and you can call any of those offices. I know a lot of you call me at the 877 number, but let me tell you this. My phone goes off all day. One day I had the volume on and he's like, what is up with your phone? He didn't realize how many phone calls I get in a
I'm
day.
like, you're interrupting my doing nothing time.
Yeah. So
Jennifer Sprock said everything is bigger in Texas. We all know this. Gerald, you're the best. Thank you for saying that.
aw, how sweet. He was one of our earlier supporters, like
Yeah.
I think like 2018. And he was begging for something to come to the DMV
I don't know why
area.
everyone's not supporting us.
Yeah.
What do we do that's not supportable?
Supportable. So again, everybody, go get registered for this convention. I'm telling you, it's going to be something. Not only will it be entertaining, because Chris makes all of the live ones entertaining with the audience.
OWCP is boring until I start teaching it. It's not boring anymore. I have such cool stories because I know all of you, and you've told me the cool stories, so I get to tell those when I'm teaching. So
Yeah.
I like to tell those. And
I can't post
and I bring
it
up the
on
rules,
here.
the laws, the regulations that nobody else talks about too. And I'm not just going to tell you how to fill out box 15 of a CA1 because that's boring. Okay, they're all written in English. You can do that. I'm going to tell you the really important stuff. It's going to be a lot of fun. Della said she'll be there. I'm really glad you're going to be there. Thank you so much.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's nowhere for us to add the flyer on this live feed. But as soon as the live is over, I'm gonna post it and then put at followers.
So go to Wednesday night OWCP chats with Chris and Gini on Facebook, and you will find it reposted.
Tell your
Go ahead and
friends.
post it to the top. What do you call it?
Pin it. It is
Pin
pinned
it.
already.
Okay, it's pinned to the top of the page.
But sometimes this is why I'm going to be posting it every day at different times of the day from morning till night because I can't sleep. So
really
you'll
doesn't sleep.
see it. You'll see it over and over and over because we have after this week we have about 30 days until this convention. So get ready.
So
Federal injury
go ahead.
centers strictly only do federal employees or do some no state workers comp.
Well, the offices, the doctors are free to do whatever they want, but Federal Injury Centers, my company, only does federal.
Yeah, we just do that.
I also want to take a minute to let you all know you can follow our podcast,
Yep.
the Breaking OWCP podcast with Chris and Jeannie. Go wherever you listen to podcasts. Lots of people listen on Apple, Google Play, Spotify, wherever else you listen to it. Go download, follow, subscribe, push all the buttons when you get there to the Breaking OWCP podcast with Chris and Jeannie. Among other things, this is replayed there for the people on the West Coast who are still at work right now, or at least trying to drive home. I mean, can you imagine trying to drive home down like 405 in California?
No.
At this time,
yeah.
you're not gonna see us.
If you guys saw my post on my personal page yesterday, a 15-minute ride on the Veterans Expressway took me 52 minutes. There was an accident on both sides. There was an accident on the local road. So I had to get off the local road, get on the highway, and then there I was stuck. 52 minutes.
So I'm a
Stop moving to Florida.
So I'm a good friend to unions, and I want to say that so I can read what Gerald just said. But if you are a union head and don't get involved, you don't care about your membership, period.
I like that.
And look, I think everybody should get involved. So thanks for saying that.
I like what he said. He's not being mean by saying that.
No, it's
He's
just
being,
we're only there to help.
yeah,
We just want to help everyone. And we've helped so many people. I was looking, we've helped over 6,000 people since we started this franchise, over 6,000 people. But when you put that in perspective, there's 2.8 million of you.
that's sad.
2.8 million of you. We've helped 6,000. Nobody's helped more than we have.
And we understand we are not everywhere right now, and we are
No,
trying.
but nobody has helped more than
Yeah.
federal injury centers. Okay, this is one thing I like. I like to win in all things, including the number of people helped. Okay, so I'm number one in that too. I'm number one in all the things OWCP, but 6,000 is not close to 2.8 million.
No, we don't have volumes 1 and 2 books available. But if you guys heard from last week, the 2 weeks ago chats, we're gonna work on getting a volume 5 that will include volume 1, 2, 3, and 4. And
It'll be hardback.
yeah, it's gonna
I'm
be a little bit more, but
I'm combining all the books.
yes,
I'm adding new content, of course, because I'm not going to shortchange anybody.
no,
I've got new stuff up here, so I'm going to do that. And in fact, I just finished writing a book today for my franchise just on compliance because compliance is like godliness. So I write books. It's just something I do.
yeah,
But this next book, the fifth book, will be sort of like the final chapter for breaking OWCP. After I write this last book, there will probably never be another.
yeah. So
The energy it takes to write, to produce, to publish, to
and make sure everything is
promote, the energy it
going by the
takes.
rules and laws of OWCP. So
Yeah.
it's not easy.
And I've written 4 of these and nobody else has written one. It just takes a lot and I love it. And I've helped a lot of people with it. I think the 6,000 people federal injury centers, it's more than 6,000. I don't know what the number is probably dwarfed by the number of people that have been helped by the book and by the information we put out here and in our, our conventions and those things. But yeah, the final chapter, and it may be called that,
Yeah,
Breaking
that's
OWCP,
what
the
I was
final
saying.
chapter,
Yeah.
will come out. It'll be all 4 volumes combined into a larger book, um, probably just a larger size book, hardcover, but with new stuff also.
Yeah.
And I don't know who'd be interested in that, but if you're interested, I'd like to know you're interested because I'm going to put a lot of time, energy, and effort into it. If you're not interested, maybe I'll put no time. But I think a lot of people are.
Yeah, right now we don't have any more, but the same exact material in volume 1, 2, 3, 4 is definitely going to be in there. So pay attention, click the follow button because when that goes live, when we're ready to sell the books, I know it's going to be flying off the shelf because when we did volume 3, it went crazy.
And if you don't mind me clarifying, she doesn't mean anything by it, but when you say sell the books, you should all know I don't write books to make money.
Oh no, that's not what I
The
meant.
money that I've made on the books has been like fractional dollars. It's been enough to keep the website going, and the website's broken if it lets you know how much money I make compared to my cost. It's just enough to make things go. But yeah, and printing is expensive. It's unbelievably expensive.
But we want you to have this information, especially for those of you that we don't have a federal injury centers in that area yet, because we've helped a lot of people in Nebraska with that book alone that has actually gotten their claims accepted with the book.
Iowa, South Dakota, North
Yeah,
Dakota, Montana, places where there's no doctors at all that'll help. The books have been able to have helped people get their claims accepted
yeah,
because that's the whole point. So, like, hey, you're brainwashing people. Yeah, I'm brainwashing winning. Let's just win.
yeah.
Anyways, I'm curious if you'd be interested in a 5th book with all
Alaska
4
needs
volumes
one.
combined. Alaska, I
I
know,
definitely want to
needs
come
one.
to Alaska.
And but yeah, I want to do this, but I want there to be some demand for it. So, if you think that that's something I should do, let me know.
Yeah, okay. So right once we end, I'm gonna go ahead and post the flyer for our convention. Print it. If you want it emailed, let me know. I'll send you the PDF. But start registering so you claim your spot. That's going to be October 27th from 2 to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm sure it's going to go over with all the people, the 100,000 of you that are going to be on there. We are going to, how Chris has breaking OWCP. I think we're going to break the internet that day.
I wouldn't mind breaking it. If I could break Zoom, that'd be pretty cool.
We'll be bigger than Tony Robbins.
I mean,
Maybe. If there's 100,000 people on,
He probably does more than that.
I know, but I'm just saying, I want to compare you to
That'd be really cool.
that.
What I want to do is just help a lot of people. Hey, Maria, let Maria Portal know when Auburn is going to be opening.
Oh, and next week we're going to have a special Wednesday night chats with our partner Tom. He's actually going to DC on Friday, and he will be coming back to tell you guys and ask you guys about certain things going on out there in your unions. He's really trying to push and help you guys get your claims accepted even more with what he's doing. And we're not going to give anything away because we really want him to talk to you
Well, I'm
guys
going to
about
say
it.
this. So, Tom's been going to DC once a month for like a long time now.
Yeah.
And you all don't really know what we do in the background. You see our federal interest centers, you see Wednesday night chats, breaking OWCP. You see all that stuff, right? What you don't see is what we're doing in the background because you guys are getting hosed by this bad system. And I always say the system should not be more painful than the injury, right? But it is. And you all know it is if you've dealt with it. So Tom's been going to DC, meeting with the staffers for Congress. And he's gotten really interesting feedback, like positive
Yeah.
feedback. And so he's going to be going again. In fact, I think he's there today.
Yeah. But I know he's going to be hitting up AFGE and
But
Friday.
one of the staffers said, "Well, what's the one thing you want changed?" And Tom said, "I don't really want to change anything. I just want everyone to follow the rules. If they just follow the rules, we could all navigate the system that we all understand and win." He didn't say win. That's my thing. But that's what we're trying to do. If we can just get them, your agencies to follow the rules, then it would be an unbelievable landslide of winning that would come next.
Yeah.
And so that's what we're there
So
doing.
we're excited to have him on. He doesn't get on much, hardly, maybe once a year
He
on our
stays in the back. He
chats.
stays in the background.
Yeah.
Without Tom, we wouldn't be able to
Yeah,
run this company.
he has a lot that he does, and without him,
No,
we wouldn't be where
this
we are.
this company wouldn't be running if we didn't have him doing what he does. So
So
I'm excited to bring him on and let you meet him.
stay tuned for next week with Tom, our partner, that's going to be talking about everything that he's doing this week and weekend, and we're excited to hear it ourselves. So with that said, everybody, see you guys next Wednesday, and we'll see all of you in Florida, APWU, all you clerks. We'll see you next week in Orlando.
Can't wait to see you next time. Everyone have a good night.
Bye, everybody.